Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a brand new exhaust for our Ducati V4 rebuild. This is an exhaust from CS Racing that we got sponsored for this build. So let's jump right into this. Let's take our old exhaust off the bike and get our new CS Racing exhaust installed. Let's get to it. All right guys, so I got the exhaust off the bike. As you can see, we've got our one exhaust pipe there and our other exhaust pipe is on the other side over here. So everything's all exposed now, but one major, huge, extreme safety issue that I noticed on this thing. Look at this guy right here. This is our lower suspension linkage. Look at this bolt right here, guys. This thing is backed out. There's a little bit of rust on there. This is a huge safety concern, especially once we come over to this side. Take a look at this, guys. We don't even have a nut on this side, and the shift linkage is literally just barely hanging on right there. So it should have like a bolt and nut. As you can see, you know, our bolt is in here, but we don't have a nut on here at all, and this is literally just barely hanging on. This is a huge safety concern. I'm so glad that I came across this after we took this exhaust off. Everything looks original as to it hasn't been like messed with before, so I just don't know if it was maybe not torqued down correctly from Ducati. So either way, we do have a new nut right here. So glad that I found that issue with the bike. Let's get that taken care of. So now that we got that bolt through, I'm just going to put a little bit of thread locker on our nut that we're going to be installing on that bolt, just because we don't want that to back off in the future. And then we'll get this torqued down to spec. All right, so here's the one half of our inner portion of our CS Racing exhaust. We got some really nice welds on there. We're gonna get this installed on the bike. We have both the left and the right side pieces. Let's get this slapped on and see how she sounds. All right guys, so we just got our CS Racing exhaust installed on this bike. Huge shout out to CS Racing for sponsoring the exhaust for this build. If you guys are interested in getting a CS Racing exhaust for your bike, check out the link below. I've got a discount code you guys can use on their website. They've got a bunch of different exhausts for a bunch of different bikes. Now let's fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. I gotta get the key first. All right, here we go. Our very first start with our 2019 Ducati Panigale V4S CS Racing slip-on exhaust. Let's hear this thing. Oh my God, that thing sounds mean. I mean, the stock exhaust sounded good on this thing, but this CS Racing exhaust is even better. I can't wait to hear this thing ripping up and on the road. Let's get to it, guys. so I just took the bike out for a test ride. The exhaust sounds awesome. The only thing I noticed when I got back is there was a little bit of oil on the underside of the cover here on our clutch cover. And as I looked into it more, it was actually coming out of this spot right here. You guys can see a tiny little crack right there in our side clutch cover, so we had a little bit of oil leaking from there. Thankfully, I did get a Rizoma clear clutch cover ordered, so we're gonna unpack that, get that installed on the bike. This thing's gonna look sick on here. All right, guys, we got this Rizoma clear clutch cover on the Ducati Panigale V4. Let's get this thing fired up so we can see this thing spin in action. Alright guys, this Ducati Panigale V4S rebuild is nearing an end, but we have one major piece left to the puzzle, and that is our new fairings from Auctmarts right behind me. Let's get this box opened up and let's get these new fairings installed on this bike. Alright guys, if you weren't already able to figure it out from the custom embroidered seat we got from Tapizeria Italia, we are going with a light blue and white theme for our Ducati Panigale V4S. Again, huge thank you to Auctmarts for sponsoring this build. They have tons of fairing kits on their website for motorcycles just like yours. If you guys are looking to get a new set of custom plastics for your bike, check out Auctmarts.com and you can use my promo code RKMotorsports at checkout, and that's going to save you a little bit of cash on your order. Again, that's Auctmarts.com. Get a fairing kit just like this for your bike and bring it back to life with a whole new look. Now let's finally dress this Ducati up with this new fairing kit and get this bike looking brand new. All right, guys, thank you for watching this rebuild for this Ducati Panigale V4S. This has been a huge project in the making. Thank you to the sponsors that helped make this build possible with all the parts that were donated for this build. Thank you to the guys that have been subscribed to this channel for a long time. If you are new to this channel, we have tons more rebuild videos just like this on this channel. So if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe we'll have a higher end bike in the next episode. We'll see you guys then.